I never grew tired of our friendship.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I could shift, maybe in that certain amount of time. I think it happens for me. I think it happens in a relationship when you're like starting a new relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You're excited. You're excited to talk to the person, to get to know the person, to be with the person, right? But if
Hi guys, and welcome to MPUNDU MERCI's podcast, where we strive to heal hearts while inspiring lives. So guys, I hope that you're doing great. For me, I'm doing amazing. And thank you for the support you've been showing me these days. Thank you for the people who have subscribed, and those who haven't did that yet, please do. And yeah, thank you. So today I am not alone, and I am joined by a very beautiful lady. I mean, very beautiful. She's an amazing human being. Yeah, personally, I adore her. Welcome. And I will let her introduce herself. Welcome.
I by the names of AGASARO, MEGHAN, Julius, and thank you for welcoming me to your podcast. And I hope what you're going to talk about will help your followers.
I know. I can't wait for the conversation we're going to have. Please stay tuned. So, Megan, Muhammad Ali said that friendship is the hardest thing in the world to explain. He said that it's not something you learn in school, but if you haven't learned the meaning of friendship, you really haven't learned anything. So, what do you think about friendship? What is friendship to you?
Thank you. To me, friendship is a relationship between two or more people that is characterized by mutual affection, trust, and support. It's a voluntary and reciprocal relationship that is based on shared interests and values. So to me, the quote is really true. It's really a hard thing to explain because when they ask you, are you friends with someone, you don't really have a specific thing that tells you, I'm friends with this person due to this reason. Because that certain reason can disappear one day, and that doesn't mean that that day you'll stop being friends if it was a true friendship. And I think it's something everyone goes through because
Yeah.
it's broad. Everyone goes through friendships, no matter how the type of friendship it is, but you all go through many friends all over, whatever you do actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. For me, I don't think that in my mind I have a definition of friendship because friendship comes in different forms. I mean, we all know that we have friends who are different kinds, who we met in different places, and that. So I think I don't have a whole definition of friendship, but yours, I really agree with yours.
Thank you. But that definition wasn't mine. It was
know.
a Google based one.
Yeah. So, Megan, to you, what are the characteristics of a friendship?
So for me, the first characteristic is mutual affection, because friends have to care about each other. I have to care about my friends, and they have to care about me. The care I give to them, they should reciprocate, but I shouldn't be expecting them to reciprocate or to give it back.
Yeah.
They should feel like it's a natural thing to do, because I should know their well-being. I should be there. They say a friend in need is a friend indeed. You have to be there for both the good and the bad times. So knowing if your friend is good or bad is somehow part of your responsibility. Yeah. How about you? What are a certain characteristics?
For me, I think that there had to be support. Like I think that friends are there for each other through bad times and good times, and we all know that friends offer emotional support, encouragement, and advice. Anyway, thank you for all of my friends for being there for me emotionally, the advice you gave me, and financially. Thank you very much.
I just want to give out a shout out to all my friends. They have been there for me for both good and bad. And as she said, also financially, they really helped me out.
I know.
And I think without them, I'll have mental disorders somewhere. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, like, friends really help us. I feel like even every time we have a problem, we learn to them and they really help. Because sometimes you encounter something which your parents or your siblings can't understand, but because your friends, maybe have the same interests and values, then they can understand more and help you out.
That's true, but not all their advice is the best.
I know.
There are some who give you advice from a point of view that is not really shared. Ask boy advice to who's your friend, right? Ask him advice about maybe your relationship. He'll give you the worst advice ever.
But I think that's mine. They really provide good advices.
I think I have different friends.
But maybe no. But maybe there are some topics which they don't really know about, like maybe the style of your hair. Please don't ask your boy best friends about it.
I have to ask. Some of them are stylists. They have to know.
Okay, mine. Hell no. Because they will tell me that, yeah, you look great while I really look awkward. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's why we need girl friends who know hairstyle, jewelry, clothing, who will help us. Because if the boys were to tell us how to dress, bro, we'll all be boys.
I know.
Anyway, that's why we need friends with shared interests. They help us through various decisions to take every day, such as clothing, as we just said, or boy-girl relationships. And you have to have shared interests and values. That's how you connect. That's how you talk about, and sometimes debate on it.
Yeah, but I don't think that maybe the shared values have to be the main thing that you look in a friend, because just a person who doesn't have the same values with you maybe might challenge you and help you to grow.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I have a friend. We really don't share that much, but the time we get time to talk and what, like, I get something new. I learn something new from her, and it's really interesting to be friends with her.
Wow, that's nice. I need motivation and inspirational friends. Please get me some.
Here I am.
Anyways, why? Thank you. Trust. You should trust your friend and know that they have the best intentions at heart. If they're really and truly your friend and they give you an advice, know that it's coming from a heart for your own good and not for the bad. They're looking out for you. Sometimes you might not really see it now, but you might see it in the future. But if they're truly your friends and are looking out for you, trust their judgments.
Yeah, and I want to talk to those people who people give them their trust and they break it. There are those people who maybe a person trusted you that you're friends, but then you go out of the way and break their trust. So guys, if you really agree to be a person's friend, please be loyal, be a true friend, because if not, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not really great, because trust is something that can be repaired. Some people metaphorically see it as a glass. When you shatter a glass, you can't really put it back together. So make sure to keep and be responsible of the trust that has been entrusted in you by your friend, and take it to the best advantage, not the worst.
I know.
Okay, so benefits of friendship. I feel like they improve your mental and emotional health, because you share everything with your friend. You tell them how you're feeling mentally, if you're sad, exhausted, happy, joyful, frustrated, or anything. And also they help you in your emotional health. If you ever feel like the signs of depression, being really sad about something, you talk to them. They always say that when you have a friend to listen, it takes some weight off of your shoulder, and they start helping you process through your problem and see the optimistic side, not only the negative side, but the optimistic side of your problem, and maybe help you work through it out and not say that it's the end of the world as we think in the usual way. How about you?
For me, I think that having friends increase your sense of belonging and purpose. like for those people who sometimes feel alone, when you have friends, they come and fill that void in your heart, and make you feel like you have people in your life. You're not alone, and yeah, hence helping you cope with those mental issues. Yeah, and also I think that friends help us, encourage us to change some things or avoid some unhealthy lifestyle habits. For example, for me, dear friend, thank you. This person helped me to start doing sports. I wasn't really into doing sports, and he really encouraged me, and he never got tired. He encouraged me till I got to the level I feel like I have to do sports on my own, not on his, not because he said so, or just not to make him angry. Yeah.
Okay. I I'm not going to say anything on that.
Yeah.
Because I know there's someone who will tell me, you see others. They're going for sports. You
No,
know.
I mean they help a lot, because I think that I have many things which I changed because of my friends. They're like, that's not good. You have to change that, and because they are supportive, the time you're not able to change that thing within a matter of minutes, they help you take the step by step, and even though you can fall back, they might help you to stand and continue the journey.
Okay, for me, I feel like friends or a true friend helps you increase your lifespan.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how. um, if you're happy, you live longer. That's the theory that there is out there. So they also tell you the more you laugh or you smile, you live longer. So who better to make you smile and help you laugh more in this life than your friend? So for me, they help you increase your lifespan. But in this thing, I have this myth. I want you to tell me what you really think of it. They say there's this thing they always tell you. I don't know if it's a myth, if it's a story or shit. Sorry, I cursed. It says, show me your friends, and they tell you who you are. How do you see that sentence?
I think that's true, because our friends like they influence us. So if my friend influenced me to do sports or to do something great for my life, that friend could also influence me to do something which is not good. For the people who drink or what, most of the time if you talk to them, they will be like, I was out with my friends, and then they told me, why not try one? So I tried one today. The other day I tried 2 bottles, and now it's I'm drinking almost every day. So I think that this is why we have to choose friends who will help us to build a healthy life, because they influence us.
Why wouldn't you be the one to influence them?
I think that if it is one person, you could influence them, but I don't think that you could be able to influence a group of 10 people or 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you could reduce how much you go out to drink. But maybe no one knows.
No, I mean, maybe it depends on how your friends or where you meet or what you're doing at the time. Look, maybe there's friends of yours are maybe your neighbors, like you are always together. So at first time, maybe they might invite you to go somewhere, and then like you start chilling or being together every time, hence influencing you in some manners they have which are not good. But if maybe you met due to a certain circumstance, maybe for the football fans, maybe you had gone to watch the match, and then you meet those guys, you become friends like that. So like the thing which you share is only the football thing, like you're friends because of football. You are not always together. I don't think they could influence you, but if you are always together, that's risky.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that myth has been answered.
Yeah.
So let's continue with how to build and maintain friendship. How do you build and maintain them? So firstly, I myself, I'll say to be yourself. How best for a friend to know you than you being yourself? Be genuine, be yourself, go out there and show the authentic you. Don't change yourself to show this perfect person that you're not. Show you yourself, your character, your flaws, and if they feel or if they see it's something that they can cope with, that's how best you will stay friends. A good friend should be a good listener and supportive. So you should be able to be my personal therapist, where I will come rant all my issues, and you should support me. No matter if I'm wrong, just support me because I need support at that moment. And if I ask for advice, give me advice at that moment. But I think you should actually be able to listen through what your friend has, whatever they're going. Don't belittle them, because no matter how small you think the issue is, maybe for them it's a huge big deal that they can't really work out, and they just need it to let it out to really understand if it's that big or if it's that small. So yeah, I think a good friend should be a good listener and supportive. How about you?
Yeah, for me, I think that to be a good friend, you have to be forgiving. Because we do mistakes every day. And just because your friend did something doesn't mean that your friendship has to end. Because it depends on which mistake he or she did. Because sometimes there are things which you can't forgive. But it doesn't mean that if maybe he lied about something little, maybe you had to meet and then he wasn't or she wasn't able to show up, doesn't mean that you have to, like, your friendship ends there. Maybe there's something behind. So, like, you have to be forgiving.
What is that one thing your friend would do that you feel it's unforgivable?
I don't think I have one in my mind, but a person who is not supportive, I wouldn't tolerate that. I wouldn't.
True. I would also feel sad. I'll be like, why are you supporting the other person? I'm your friend. You should be supporting me. Anyway, I also find that a friend knows when to respect your boundaries. There's some things set into your mind and you're like, this is a no zone. And you would really appreciate if your friends understood it and respected it. Because you also will be respecting their boundaries. And as you wouldn't want them to overstep, don't overstep either. There is also this thing they like to say, do to others what you would want them to do for you. So that's why you have to bring out the good of you so that they can also be good to you. Do you think there's anything more you would like to add on?
I just wanted to say that people have to communicate anything that you're feeling. Maybe there's boundaries. You might have boundaries, but you never said anything. So I don't know if this thing makes you uncomfortable or not. So it is important to have this conversation and say, you know what, I don't like this and I like this, so that your friend would not cross the line. And if your friend said he or she is not comfortable with that, please respect that. Because there are these people who don't respect other people's boundaries. So guys, try to respect that.
Yeah, respect people's boundaries. So the most important of all, right?
Yeah.
You have to learn the types of friendship that there is out there. You might be calling this person a friend, but you're really not a friend.
Yeah.
There is a scale of where you're placed. So maybe to be sure you could listen and know how to classify your friends.
Yeah.
So firstly, the foremost thing is acquaintance. An acquaintance is anyone you know, but are not particularly close with them. You just know them. You might see them regularly. Maybe someone you see at the shop every day, someone you meet in the road every day, or someone you just know their social profile, or at work, or in your class, but you never really talked.
Yeah.
Never really been close, but you know they're there. You know them. You know, maybe you know them by name. That's all.
Or you can even pass by and say hi only.
Yeah, that's an acquaintance. So you might be someone's acquaintance and you might think
That
you're
you're
friends.
Yeah.
So the second one?
Yeah, there are also casual friends. The casual friends are those people who you enjoy spending time with, but you don't consider as close friends. Like those people who you might socialize with them on occasion, but you don't typically share deep thoughts or feelings with them. Yeah, I think people on these casual friends, they tend to make mistakes. Just because a person you hang out every day doesn't mean that you two are friends. So when sometimes we people tend to trust the casual friends as if they are best friends, and we might share them with them things we're feeling or deep things that we don't want to share with everyone. Hence, at some point they might break our trust. not because they're bad people, but because you give them
The wrong impression.
you give them the wrong impression.
Okay. So next to casual friends, we have close friends.
Mm-hmm.
These are people you feel a strong connection with. You share common interests and values, and you feel comfortable confiding in them.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people you can tell you secrets, but they're not really there yet.
Mm-hmm.
They're there, but you are in this. They are great people to talk to, and you hang out a lot. You are close, but it's those people you still have this awkward feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like they know they have some boundaries they can't overstep. They can't joke around with sensitive stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and they can't really act the way they want to. They are close, yes, but not that close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next to close friends, they are best friends. Besties. So best friends are the closest friends you have. They are typically the people you turn to for the advice, support, and comfort. You share a deep mutual understanding and trust with your best friends. Like those best friends, they're those people who can joke on some sensitive topics. And I think that best friends must be those people who understand you.
I can also add that best friends should be able to read your mood.
Yeah.
They're there, they've been there long, they know when you're sad, when you're happy. Even though your close friends didn't notice, but they should be able to notice. Because they're the ones who know you the best and who know you the most. So next up, you have friends with benefits. Friends with benefits are those friends with whom you have physical relationships. Or they're not totally romantic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's that friendship that you do everything a boyfriend girlfriend does, but you're not really having that label of boyfriend and girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Some other may call it situationships,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a weird type of friendship, if I can say. I have not really experienced it, so I can't really say how it is. It's just there.
I don't think that friends with benefits are even friends, because you find that people who are just in a situationship, they just don't know anything about each other than that they're having that physical relationship only. I don't think that we could even consider them as friends.
Okay, let's not say they're friends with benefits. They're
Situationships.
Yeah.
I know. There's also utility friends. There's utility friendships are those friendships that are based on mutual benefits. For example, you might have a utility friendship with a coworker or a colleague or a classmate. Yeah, just those people who you have some mutual benefit. Like there is nothing else other than the thing that you meet in maybe the work, school, something like that.
Yeah, there's those people you trade favors with.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe at work you're like, can you work my clock? I'll pay you back by working yours next. Can you do this assignment for me? I'll do this. Can you go for these practicals for me? I'll do this. Right? So next up we have pleasure friends. Pleasure friendships are people with whom you share common interest of enjoyable activities. Maybe if you're like on a team, any sports team, basketball, football, volleyball, your teammates, you are friends, you're connected due to the game you're playing, but it doesn't really go over the activities that you're doing together. You just you bond over that activity. That's how you become friends. So some also may call it sportsmanship, and I think that's where it's mostly classified into. But yeah, you might have pleasure. Maybe also people you go out with.
Yeah, because
Those whom you know are party people because you just want to party. Yeah, those can be also pleasure friendships.
yeah. Also, there are perfect friendships. So, perfect friendships are the realest type of friendships because it is based on mutual love and admiration, and they provide both emotional support and intellectual stimulation. Do you have an example of a perfect
Not
friendship?
yet. Not yet. But I want that. That's okay. For me, I think this perfect friendship. That's where these long sweethearts come from. Like you've been friends, you get out of the friend zone, and then you start becoming a couple. And I think those are the best couples that come, because you're already best friends. You already know everything, and he or she's the go-to person you always have. So you don't have that side friend, that side best friend that is like a third person in the relationship. You go tell your issues to, because it's already that person. So for me, the perfect friendship would be the best. But so far, I don't have.
For me, I think that what you said, this perfect friendship would be the best, but would be even the worst.
Why?
Look that maybe you dated this guy. There are these people who are who you are compatible with in a friendship, but not in a romantic relationship. Yeah, they are. Like personally, I have friends who, like, they are good friends, but I can't stand them if we are in a romantic relationship because of their characters, behaviors, and what, right? So look, you have a best friend, and this is why personally I hate dating my best friends, because look, what if we are in a relationship, you are a great friend to me, and then we are, after some point we go into a romantic relationship, then what if we break up? Am I going to be able, like, to talk to you again? Maybe. And imagine if we have maybe a nasty breakup where we don't even talk to each other. What could happen?
The friendship ends with the relationship.
I know. So I personally don't like that. But if maybe you're grown ups and you're on the age of getting married and what, I'd really advise you to marry your best friend, because I think it would be amazing.
True.
Yeah.
But these days, it will depend. That relationship, did you go with knowing that this person has these flaws, but you still be like, it's okay, I can handle it? Or did you go through peer pressure?
Well, I think that maybe even though a person is your friend, but I don't think that you know them more as. I know that you know them, but there are these things in a romantic relationship that you can stand, while in a friendship you can stand. For example, for the avoidance, anxious avoidant, there's people who are like, who tend to get tired of the relationship easily. Maybe this person is your best friend, but then just after some time in a relationship, you know what, they get tired of you. Like, this thing happens. I think I explained it in my last, maybe my third episode on this podcast. So if you're dating such kind of a person, and then time comes and they grow tired of you, and you break up, not in a good way, then the friendship might end.
I personally don't share the same thought, because if I went in a relationship with you, is that I was sure of your characters, right? I was sure that you're what I was looking for, and that I know it will work. Because I wouldn't play with that. I'll just tell you up front, it can't work, right? And those that type of, you said it is anti.
The anxious avoidant.
Okay, an anxious avoidant. If I was to grow tired of the relationship, I never grew tired of our friendship. So maybe I could shift, maybe in that certain amount of time. I think it happens for me, I think it happens in a relationship when you're like starting a new relationship. You're excited to talk to the person, to get to know the person, to be with the person, right? But if it was your best friend already, you already know the person, you already hang out with the person. He knows your routine, you know their routine, so you know how things work. The only thing that changed is maybe the label and the physical touch and all the other things that come with the relationship. So I don't think you would get as tired as you would get in a brand new relationship.
Trust me, I will get tired. And I think that if I get tired of you, and maybe the guy is still into the relationship that much, I might, first I broke his trust, right, by getting tired of the relationship. And you can't come and explain to a person, and you know what, like, I grow tired of you, like, you're okay, but that will be breaking a person's heart, hence losing the friendship. So for me, I can't do that. but then for the people who can who are okay with dating and what, you guys can do that, but me, Hell no. I can't. Mm-mm.
Okay, so those were the main types of friendship we think are out there. Maybe you have more of other types of friendships. Please share them in the comments, and we shall also discuss them maybe at another date.
Yeah.
But I think those are the most ones that everyone has encountered throughout their life. And also the upcoming, because I'm not planning to die at 21.
I know.
Nah.
I'm not planning
Right?
that.
Anyways, so do you have anything else to add on?
For me, I want to tell you guys that if a person trusted you to be their friends, please be real. Because these days, people are breaking people's trust, and that's not a good thing to do. So if a person considers you as a friend, if you are not into it, please be honest. Have a conversation with that. You know what? I don't think I can do this. Instead of just going and break a person's trust. It is important to be honest than doing something wrong. Yeah.
Okay, so with reminding you that the most important thing is to nurture your friendships and spend time with the people who make you happy and be fulfilled.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And also, guys, know that the type of a friendship you have with someone can change over time. I think that every friendship we had that haven't started by being a best friend.
yeah, you
Yeah.
first started as an acquaintance, then came to
Became
casual
casual.
friends, close friends, and then best friends.
Yeah.
But how do they turn into enemies?
If they break your trust or do something that you can stand.
Wow. Hey, imagine your best friend becoming your enemy. He knows everything. She knows everything.
Yeah, and if a person was your best friend and then due to some unforeseen circumstances they become enemies, don't just go out and telling people everything that you know about the person. That's not good.
Yes, and also we said the main thing is forgiving. And we don't mean forgive and forget. We just mean that if you're forgiving that person who's becoming your enemy, it's just like the way they say, I forgive them and I wish them to be happy and to eat, but not on the same table as me.
I know.
Like, wish them well, but don't bring them back close because you don't know what's going to happen next. Yeah. So, we are about to finish this podcast episode. I think I learned a lot. I personally learned a lot. I hope you also learned a lot. And thank you to have invited me.
Thank you very much, Meghan. I really had fun, and yeah, I talked something that I wanted to talk about. I really felt that we don't know friends or how to build friendships. Maybe for the people in early 20s and late teens, because this is the place where we are trying to navigate friendships, know who is the person to trust and not to trust. So I think that this conversation was great and many people needed it.
Yeah, and don't worry if you're losing friends. We're in an age where you get friends everywhere.
Yeah.
If you're losing them, don't be sad. Don't pin over it. You might meet better people in the future.
And you will, because I don't think that you are stuck in one place.
No, you're not.
In early 20s, you are always moving around. People are going abroad. You're changing environment, and by changing environment, you'll be meeting many people.
So please remember to spread kindness and love everywhere you go, and I'm sure you meet great people.
I know that you will.
Thank you. See you any other time your host will invite me again. Peace out. It was Meghan.
Yeah, thank you very much, Meghan. I had fun, and thank you for coming. So guys, thank you for tuning in to my podcast, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. And anyway, in case you don't follow me on my other social media platform, please do on MPUNDU MERCI Podcast and MPUNDU MERCI as my personal social media platform. Thank you.